Hi everyone, it's Charlotte here today and I'm going to be doing a requested video that I put a little status up on my Facebook page saying I was going to do the girls' summer haircuts, and someone requested for me to do just like a mini tutorial on them and how I do their haircuts. Now there's not really much in a way of I can explain it, it's more like I can kind of show you. So obviously this is what the video will be like, and I will be probably speeding up some bits just because obviously it was going to take a while for each piggy. So yeah, so I'm going to start with little Clara, who is relatively good at getting her hair done. She's probably, if not the easiest, if not the second easiest. It's on a par with Daphne. Arabella's the hardest, so I'll probably do her after Clara, or maybe last actually, I'm not sure. But I'm going to just tidy her up, but also take off probably a good amount. We've been having some rather hot weather recently, and I think it'd be better if I just trim it down. And I actually saw my friend Carly from Carly's Cabbies on Instagram. She did all of her guinea pigs, all of her long haired ones, gave them a summer haircut, and I thought it would actually be probably the best time to do this. So I will link her Instagram down below and also her Facebook page. But I'm going to get started and really show you what I do first. So firstly, I just check for any mats or anything, because obviously those have got to come out, and I always check the bum area because that is generally where most of the muck gets, and I have to trim that the shortest. So that's what I will be doing, but I'm just going to probably start at the front and then work my way back, and I will be trimming up her fringe, which I will show you how I do that. So I will get started on that. I've got just some scissors. I've actually got some new ones just because these are a lot sharper than my other ones, but we will be testing them out, won't we? Yeah? So we're going to have to do your hair. We're going to have to do your hair at the front. So what I like to do normally with their front, because I trim them a fringe and not just cut it all the way back, so I probably will be leaving the fringe. So you've got to stay still, honey. So I just like to brush it out, and then I can see the layers. We do have a little Barbara in the group who is Arabella, and generally she likes to trim Clara's fringe, and that's why it's quite uneven. So she likes to trim the front of her as well. So there we go. I've done everything I can impossible to stop her from doing that, but she continues, doesn't she, Clara? So all I do, I just do like a straight kind of like curve round. So I just want to, probably my hands are right in the way. Are you going to stay still for me? You're more fidgety than normal. They've just had their veggies in floor time, so the other two are having floor time right now. No. Do you want to sniff the scissors? Yeah? Okay. You're gonna let me do it. I don't want to cut you. And I've just got this mat down here, well, it's not really a mat, it's more like a little throw to catch all the hairs, because there will be a lot of hair for each piggy, I'm sure. Okay, Clara, you've got to stay still for me. You're kissing me because you want to go back. So this side's not as even. I'd appreciate you not moving. This is the problem with piggies, they will move, so you have to be really careful where you're putting your scissors, because you do not want to jab their eye or anything like that. So I'm going to try and keep her still. I'm just gently holding her hair, so I'm not forcibly, because I don't want to strangle her, obviously. So you have to be a bit careful, but we've done a fair bit of the fringe there. I'm going to stay. I do find sometimes holding them up helps with that. And we seem to have someone gnawing. Daphne, what are you doing on the floor? This is the problem, having three. I can't keep them all in line at the start. Okay, so the rest, I'm just going to basically trim round. And I'll do as much as I can without her being too worried. You know. Yeah. I don't want her to get too stressed out. That is I'd rather wait and do the rest on a later date if she's becoming too stressed. I would appreciate you staying still. Do excuse me getting in the frame, because I do realise I probably am in it. I hope it's picturing everything up. What I like to do is also, because she's a Peruvian, she's got a bit of a messy bum, she always does. I know, it's not nice. I like to just brush it out and then try and get the layers even, and then just trim like so. And then it's just really a case of trying to even it out, and obviously making sure you're not cutting the skin or their pores or anything like that. You just want to be cutting the hair. So I'll just brush that out of the way. So you can see that we've got a few layers at the bottom that we've missed. You're very good, Clara. Yeah. You could, if you wanted as well, give them like veggies at this time, and it probably would help to keep them still. But they've just had their veggies, so it probably wasn't the best idea for me to do that, was it, honey? Okay, so you can see that we're kind of getting along with the cut. You're looking very cute. And I also like to go down on the fur, if you stay still. Hey, Clara. But you can kind of see, I'll hopefully show you that way. You can see how, stay there, stay. You can see how the fur is a lot obviously longer on that side, and this side's getting shorter. So I want to concentrate on getting this side done and then eventually going over there. So I like to go down as well and basically buffer it out so it kind of looks more layered and not so coarse. So this will keep them nice and cool for long hairs. I mean, you could even go shorter, but to be fair, I probably won't, because I don't want to take too much off. It does take a while to grow back, doesn't it? So it's just a case of really just going around and evening it up and doing their belly, obviously, trying to make it look presentable and make it nice and short for the summer, although it will probably grow back pretty quick, so I'll have to do probably more than one of these cuts in the summer. Except I know you don't like it combed. Now most piggies will moan when you're doing this because they don't like it, and that's understandable. So we are getting there with our cut. To even it out. And I also find that you want to keep it pretty short around the back, because that's where they get messy the most, isn't it? We're covered in hair. It's alright, Clara. I know, I know, I know, I know. I like to also put them on my arm like this, and I find this keeps them still, and I can get a really good bit around the back like this. I just want to take a few more layers off the top there because it's quite heavy and long. You're doing well. You are. I know. We've got so much hair off you, Clara. Got to do this side now. Okay, so I think she's all done really. I skipped ahead on a bit, but I've just kind of evened it out as best I can and kept her pretty short actually. It's probably shorter than I thought I was going to go. But I actually think it looks really cute on her, and it will keep her nice and cool, much cooler than it was before with all that extra fur. So she seems much happier now it's ended. which is usual. I removed the other blanket just because it was getting so full of fur, so I've gone for a towel instead, which I feel is bigger and better. So this is what she looks like, and I will have photos. I'll probably have them, but you can kind of see. You're gonna stay there? Stay? No? Stay? 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 She's too eager to move. Can't stay, but you stay there. Yeah. So what do you think, Clara? Do you like it? Hey? Do you like it? You look much better. You look much tidier. So that's what I've done with Clara, and I will show you the other two. And I'll probably do a separate one really for Daphne. With Arabella, I don't know if I'll bother showing you the process just because it will be really similar to Clara because they are both Peruvians. And yeah, so with Daphne she's a bit different because she's a curly piggy, she's a lunky. But I think I'm overall happy with it. I think I could probably end up trimming some extra bits, but we will do that if need be. But I want to leave her alone for now because she's had enough work to her, so I shall pop her down for floor time. We've got Daphne next, who is a bit more vocal about what she doesn't like. So there might be more moaning, hey, from you. And I will at the end of hers also put on some, I think it's the, don't try and run away. I think it's the F&M ointment, and it's from Gorgeous Guineas, and it just helps her dry feet because she seems to be prone to dry feet. Not anything fungal or anything, it's just literal dry feet. So I do that on a regular basis with her at least once a week. So that will be that, but I will start trimming her now. She will not like it, and I'm going to go pretty short on her as well. Really keep them all around the same length, because at the moment she looks like a massive powder puff, and I imagine she's pretty hot with it, so I want to help her out as much. Although I don't think she's going to feel the same about me doing it. So I feel she thinks I'm going to be hurting her, but I'm going to just start off with her fringe again. She doesn't have a predominant fringe like the other girls do. She does not like her fur being touched as much as the other girls, because I think because it's curly it can pull, and when you're holding and everything, so she's a bit more vocal about that. So I have to be careful with her because she will move, won't you? So I'm just going to take off a good amount off your face. Yeah, good girl. And I find talking to them helps as well, being obviously in a quiet room. You can see like she shakes a lot more because it's more uncomfortable when the fur gets... Oh, I know, honey. She's not having a good day today. She's a lot more wriggly, which is not a good thing, but I need to get this off her because it's getting so hot today as well. Okay, so I just basically go over her coat because it's like curly but quite a loose curl. Her coat, it doesn't show the mistakes as much, and it's actually a lot more useful in that aspect. So her cut generally looks a lot better than the other girls because theirs is straight, so every kind of cut shows up, whereas hers is so thick that it kind of hides the mistakes. So I just like to go around and just take as much as I can off, with obviously not cutting her skin and making her look completely bald. So I find going at like an angle like this is good to get a nice layer on it. Oh, I know. Sometimes I think also these scissors pull on her skin, and obviously that's uncomfortable for her, so I have to be very careful with you, don't I, Dev? And I'm trying to go as quickly as possible but safely too, so probably it's alright, it's alright, alright. Or maybe your hair. It's either that she really hates having haircuts and she doesn't like to lose her fur, or she just hates being touched. I feel it's the latter. I'm sorry, hon. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I don't like to do it to you, because I always feel like whenever I do this, I like break the bond I've got with her and I have to start over again. Like I have to try extra hard with her for her to trust me. Unless there's food, obviously. But she really hates having her hair cut. And I even did it from a young age, so it's not that she's not used to it, it's just that she really doesn't like it. So that is just her thing. I thought you were going to be one of the easiest todays. I feel that is not the case. You've got a lot of hair. I feel we're going to end up with another guinea pig's worth of hair next to us, aren't we? It's alright. So you can see, we're getting there, we're getting there. So I'll probably speed up some bits now. At the bum area at the back, you have to kind of taper it. You really don't like it, do you? I feel so cruel, but it's helping you. As you can see, there's a fair bit of hair coming off. It's like crazy how much hair she has. Honestly, she had really grown it out. I hadn't done a cut for a while on her. Trying to get all those excess ones as well and bring up those longer strands. Okay. We're getting there, we're getting there. We've got these last few bits, although we've got those bits on that side. I've obviously missed those. So I always double check and go around a second time just to make sure that I've got all these long stragglers off. Hey? Are you giving me kisses? Is that because you want to go? Okay, I think we're pretty much done with Daph. She looks like a completely different piggy. Don't you think? She looks like a little lamb instead of a sheep anymore. Hey? So now I'm actually just going to make sure my hands haven't got any hair on them. Which is going to be easier said than done. So just bear with me whilst I do that. I'm now just going to apply the cream to her feet. And probably her ears as well. So much hair around, this is probably not the best time to do it. We're probably going to want a photo of you, if we can. If she'll allow me, I'll get one because she's so wriggly today. But anyway, that is her summer haircut, so hopefully that will keep her cooler and she'll feel like a new pig. Okay, I'll move on to Arabella. You'll probably just see it before and after on her, I'm not sure, just depending on the video length. I don't want to make it too long for you, and yeah. Okay, so we've now got the last little lady, which is Arabella. I'm going to start on her. I'll probably, as I said before, just cut it or either do a really, really fast speed cut of her. But and there we go. So I'm just going to use the same technique I did on Clara, and I'm out of breath because I just had to put the other two back in and chase them and find and get them on the floor time because they were not in a good mood. And Arabella was also not in a good mood because they were not in a good mood. So this is a stressful day for all of us and I can't wait till it's over and done with. It's not great to do cuts on guinea pigs, I have to say. To be honest, they're wriggle monsters. But anyway, I'm going to use the same technique and try and get this as quickly done as possible for Arabella because I don't want to make her too stressed out either. Okay, so I think we're about done with Arabella as well. She was actually better behaved than Clara and Daphne, so that surprised me, but normally she's a bit more fidgety, but evidently Daphne was the worst today. So she's obviously having an off day, but I've just trimmed her up as best I can, kept it nice and short all around. As you can see, it's relatively even on both sides. She's got her nice fringe. My mum calls it the Beatles fringe, which I think is pretty appropriate actually. But she's got that, and then it's all short around the back as well. And that's as best a job as I could do today, and I think it's about the same length as everyone else's, so that's a good thing. So yeah, so I'm happy with the outcomes of all three girls, and I'll probably have a picture of all three girls with new haircuts at the end, because they were a pain to get to stay still initially by themselves after their haircut, because they're a bit more wound up. So I think I'll try later on to get a photo of all three. But that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope some of you found this useful or just enjoyed watching the process. But this is what it really takes for long-haired piggies. You need to regularly trim them and keep their hair nice and hygienic for them, especially their bum areas you want to do on a regular basis besides that. But also in the summer and everything, in the UK we don't have things like aircon really in our houses, so it's normally pretty warm, so you have to be making means to make it cooler for them, along with, you know, providing fresh water every day, and veggies that are high in water is good for some of the hotter days, and also providing like cooling mats and tiles and fans just circulating the room is really good. But don't ever have your like window directly open next to them so they're getting a breeze, because they can actually catch illnesses from that. So that's all I would advise for a hot day. But the haircut will definitely help, I feel, with them, because they've had a fair bit taken off, all of them. So yeah, but thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you in my next one. Bye!